Welcome back to Zen Mind Peaceful Life. If you're someone who feels torn between different sides of yourself, or if you've ever wondered how love can truly transform your life, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the spiritual wisdom of Gemini, a sign that's often misunderstood but holds incredible power when it comes to balance, communication, and connection. Gemini, symbolized by the twins, isn't just about duality. It's about finding harmony within our inner contradictions. This sign encourages us to embrace the full spectrum of who we are, from light to shadow, and teaches us that transformation comes from understanding and integrating these different aspects of ourselves. But Gemini's lessons go beyond balance. They show us how curiosity, communication, and adaptability are tools for spiritual growth and love. As we explore the fascinating traits of Gemini, I want you to think about how these qualities might already be part of your life, whether you're aware of them or not. Imagine what could happen if you tapped into this powerful energy with intention. What could shift in your relationships, your mindset, and most importantly, your heart? Stay tuned as we uncover how to use Gemini's spiritual wisdom to transform your life with love and peace. And remember, if you find these insights valuable, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share this video with someone who could use a little Gemini magic today. When we think of Gemini, we often picture someone who is quick-witted, versatile, and constantly on the move. But there's much more to Gemini than meets the eye. The energy of Gemini is deeply spiritual, inviting us to explore the many facets of our personality and embrace change in ways that can truly transform our lives. It's not just about the surface-level qualities of curiosity and adaptability, though these traits are certainly key. The deeper wisdom of Gemini teaches us to connect with the essence of who we are, understand the duality within us, and use that knowledge to navigate the world with love and compassion. This is where the true magic of Gemini begins, in its ability to guide us towards self-awareness, growth, and inner peace. One of the most powerful lessons Gemini offers is the importance of embracing duality. As the sign represented by the twins, Gemini symbolizes the tension between opposing forces within us, logic and emotion, light and shadow, intuition and intellect. This duality can often feel like a burden, especially in a world that values consistency and predictability. Yet, it's in these contrasts that Gemini's spiritual wisdom truly shines. Rather than seeing duality as something to fear or resist, Gemini invites us to accept it as a natural part of who we are. The energy of Gemini teaches us that true balance comes from embracing all sides of ourselves, even the parts that seem contradictory. This acceptance allows us to move through life with more ease, understanding, and self-compassion. For those of us who are on a spiritual journey, Gemini's dual nature offers a profound lesson in self-acceptance. How often do we hide certain aspects of ourselves because they don't fit neatly into societal expectations or the identities we've created for ourselves? Gemini encourages us to let go of these limitations, to accept our complexity, and to trust that both our light and our shadow hold valuable insights into our true essence. When we allow ourselves to fully experience the full spectrum of our emotions and thoughts, we unlock deeper wisdom and connection with others. And in doing so, we open ourselves up to a more authentic and loving way of living. It's also important to understand that Gemini's wisdom extends beyond just our personal journey. This sign's connection to communication, specifically through Mercury, its ruling planet, gives it a unique power to connect us to the world around us. Gemini teaches us that love is not just something we feel. It's something we express, share, and communicate. Through our words, we have the power to heal, uplift, and transform our relationships. Communication is not just about conveying information. It's about creating meaningful connections that foster understanding, trust, and empathy. Whether through our interactions with loved ones or with the wider world, the energy of Gemini invites us to speak from a place of authenticity and compassion. When we do, we build bridges that bring us closer to others and create more love in our lives. But communication goes beyond just verbal exchanges. In Gemini's world, Communication is a reflection of our inner world. The way we express ourselves externally is deeply connected to how we feel inside. Gemini's wisdom teaches us that our words are a reflection of our internal state. When we speak from a place of love, gratitude, and openness, we are aligning our outer expression with our true inner essence. This connection between thought, word, and action is a powerful tool for transformation. By consciously choosing our words and the way we express ourselves, we can create an environment where love and understanding flourish. Another aspect of Gemini's spiritual wisdom is its ability to help us cultivate mental flexibility. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of the mind, and this gives Gemini a unique gift for adaptability and change. While many people struggle with change, Gemini embraces it with open arms. This adaptability is a key to spiritual growth because it allows us to shift our perspectives and let go of old ways of thinking that no longer serve us. In a world that is constantly evolving, being flexible in our thinking is essential for maintaining inner peace. Gemini teaches us that change is not something to fear but something to embrace. When we remain open to new ideas, experiences, and possibilities, we create space for growth and transformation. This mental flexibility also plays a critical role in how we interact with the world around us. It allows us to approach challenges with a sense of curiosity and wonder, rather than frustration or resistance. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, Gemini's energy invites us to see them as opportunities for learning and growth. By approaching life with a curious mindset, we allow ourselves to be more open to new possibilities and ideas. This openness not only helps us grow as individuals but also helps us build stronger connections with others. As we expand our minds, we expand our capacity to understand and empathize with people from all walks of life. It's easy to get caught up in the rush of everyday life, constantly moving from one task to the next without taking time to pause and reflect. But one of the greatest gifts Gemini offers us is the reminder to stay present and engaged in the moment. Gemini's energy is dynamic, fast-paced, and ever-changing, but it also has the power to ground us in the here and now. By cultivating a sense of mindfulness, we can learn to appreciate the beauty of the present moment, no matter how fleeting it may be. This mindfulness is a powerful tool for spiritual growth because it allows us to experience life more fully and with greater awareness. Living in the moment doesn't mean ignoring our past or future, rather, it means letting go of the need to control everything and embracing the flow of life. Gemini teaches us that peace comes not from avoiding change or trying to predict what's coming next, but from accepting each moment as it is. When we let go of the need to control and simply be in the moment, we open ourselves up to the joy and freedom that comes with acceptance. This mindset shift is one of the most transformative gifts Gemini can offer. It allows us to find peace amidst the chaos, to feel more alive, and to connect more deeply with ourselves and others. At the same time, Gemini's energy encourages us to explore and learn. Curiosity is at the heart of Gemini's nature, and it is this thirst for knowledge that drives spiritual growth. Whether we're learning about ourselves, others, or the world around us, this constant desire for discovery keeps our minds sharp and our hearts open. The pursuit of knowledge isn't just about gathering facts, it's about understanding the deeper truths of life and our place in the universe. Gemini encourages us to stay curious and to never stop learning. This mindset of continual growth is essential for spiritual evolution and personal transformation. Through Gemini's wisdom, we are reminded that life is not about having all the answers but about embracing the questions and allowing ourselves to explore the unknown. It's this sense of wonder and curiosity that keeps our hearts and minds open to new experiences, new perspectives, and new possibilities. By approaching life with curiosity, we can unlock new layers of understanding and deepen our connection with the world around us. This mindset also allows us to break free from limiting beliefs and embrace the infinite potential that exists within us. As we move forward, it's clear that Gemini's energy has much to offer in terms of spiritual growth, love, and transformation. By embracing the duality within ourselves, staying open to change, and communicating with authenticity, we can tap into Gemini's wisdom and bring more peace and love into our lives. The energy of Gemini invites us to be curious, flexible, and mindful, all while maintaining a deep connection to our true selves. Through this journey of self-discovery, we can learn to navigate life with grace and find deeper meaning in our relationships and experiences. As we move further into understanding the spiritual wisdom of Gemini, it's crucial to explore how this energy helps us connect to others. Gemini's social nature is often seen as one of its defining traits. And it's no surprise that its influence extends deeply into how we relate to the world around us. The essence of Gemini is communication and connection, but more than just simple interactions. Gemini encourages us to create bonds that go beyond the surface. This is where its true spiritual power lies, in fostering relationships that are meaningful, authentic, and healing. At the heart of Gemini's energy is the ability to see the world from multiple perspectives, which helps in understanding and empathizing with others. The ability to connect with different personalities, thoughts, and emotions allows us to cultivate relationships that are rich in mutual understanding. In our journey of spiritual growth, relationships are not just external interactions but mirrors of our inner world. Each connection provides an opportunity to learn something new about ourselves and the world. Gemini teaches us that our connections with others are reflections of how we relate to ourselves. If we want to bring more love into our lives, we must first nurture the love within. By embracing Gemini's lesson of openness and curiosity, we learn how to navigate relationships in a way that brings us closer to our true selves. Gemini's gift for communication is not limited to just verbal exchanges, it extends to how we communicate with ourselves as well. Our inner dialogue plays a crucial role in shaping our reality. If our inner conversations are filled with negativity, doubt, and self-criticism, it will be difficult to connect with others in a meaningful way. Gemini encourages us to be mindful of our thoughts and how we speak to ourselves. Positive self-talk can serve as a powerful tool for personal growth and transformation. When we shift the way we speak to ourselves, we begin to shift the way we experience life. As we embrace Gemini's teachings, we learn how to use our words not just to express, but to heal, to inspire, and to manifest love and peace in our lives. Moreover, one of the most transformative aspects of Gemini's energy is its role in helping us embrace change. While many people fear change, Gemini encourages us to see it as a natural part of life, a fluid and dynamic force that can lead us to new experiences, opportunities, and growth. Change isn't something to avoid, it's something to welcome with open arms. For many, change can be unsettling, and the fear of the unknown often keeps us stuck in old patterns. Gemini, with its adaptable and flexible nature, reminds us that transformation is essential for spiritual evolution. It teaches us that we cannot grow without change, and the more we resist it, the more we hinder our own progress. This idea of embracing change is not just about accepting external shifts but also about being willing to let go of old, limiting beliefs and patterns of thought. Our internal world is just as important as the external one. Gemini encourages us to be open-minded and willing to challenge our own assumptions and views. This mental flexibility is key to breaking free from the limitations that hold us back. Whether it's in the way we view ourselves, others, or the world around us, Gemini's energy teaches us that there is always room for growth. When we embrace change and remain open to new ideas, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. We become more attuned to the flow of life, more willing to evolve, and ultimately more connected to our higher selves. The next step in our journey with Gemini's spiritual wisdom is to explore the concept of playfulness. Gemini's nature is inherently joyful, curious, and lighthearted. While some may view this as mere frivolity, the playful energy of Gemini holds profound spiritual lessons. Play isn't just about entertainment, it's a vital practice that allows us to let go of stress, tap into our creativity, and reconnect with our inner child. In a world that often feels heavy and serious, Gemini reminds us that joy and laughter are just as important as hard work and discipline. Spiritual growth doesn't always need to be solemn, it can be fun, light, and full of wonder. Engaging in playful activities can release tension, boost our mood, and strengthen our connection to the present moment. Whether through humor, spontaneous adventures, or simply being in a playful state of mind, Gemini's energy teaches us that life can be both meaningful and enjoyable. Playfulness, at its core, is about embracing life's spontaneity and not taking ourselves too seriously. When we learn to let go and embrace the joy of the moment, we open ourselves up to a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. It's through play that we tap into the creative flow of the universe, allowing us to manifest our desires and dreams with ease. In this way, Gemini shows us that joy is a spiritual practice, a pathway to self-discovery and inner harmony. As we continue to explore the teachings of Gemini, another important lesson is the significance of self-expression. Gemini's need to communicate and express itself is not just about talking, it's about sharing our inner truth with the world. Self-expression is a fundamental aspect of personal growth, as it allows us to connect with our authentic selves and share our unique gifts with others. When we suppress our thoughts, feelings, or desires, we create inner conflict and tension. Gemini encourages us to speak our truth and to honor our unique voice, no matter how unconventional it may seem. Self-expression is also deeply connected to our emotional and spiritual well-being. When we allow ourselves to express what is inside, we release pent-up emotions and energy that might otherwise block our growth. This could be through art, writing, speaking, or any other form of creative expression. Gemini reminds us that we are all artists of our own lives, and our ability to express ourselves is a powerful tool for healing and transformation. By speaking our truth, we free ourselves from the constraints of fear and judgment, allowing us to step into our full potential. Self-expression isn't just about communicating with others, it's about cultivating a deeper connection with ourselves. When we express our true feelings and desires, we align with our authentic essence and create more room for love and peace. Gemini's energy urges us to take time for introspection and to ask ourselves, what do we truly want? What are we passionate about? What makes our hearts sing? By answering these questions and expressing ourselves honestly, we invite more love and joy into our lives. This journey of self-expression naturally leads us to the next point, trusting our intuition. Gemini, ruled by Mercury, is often associated with intellect and logic, but it also has a deep connection to intuition. In fact, the true wisdom of Gemini comes from its ability to blend the rational mind with the intuitive heart. Intuition is not something that can always be explained by logic, but it's a powerful tool that guides us toward truth, healing, and self-discovery. Gemini's wisdom teaches us that while the mind is an important tool, it must work in harmony with the heart. Listening to our intuition requires us to quiet the constant chatter of the mind and tune into the subtle whispers of our soul. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in external noise and distractions. But Gemini's energy encourages us to create space for stillness and inner listening. Trusting our intuition means trusting ourselves. It means acknowledging that we have an inner compass that is always guiding us toward the right path, even when we can't see the full picture. Gemini's wisdom helps us realize that true clarity comes not from overthinking, but from surrendering to our inner knowing. When we listen to our intuition, we align with our highest potential and make decisions that are in harmony with our true self. It's through this intuitive connection that we can experience greater peace, fulfillment, and love. By trusting the quiet voice within, we begin to navigate life with greater ease, knowing that we are always being guided toward what is best for us. As we continue to explore the multifaceted wisdom that Gemini brings into our lives, it becomes increasingly clear that the energy of this sign is about more than just surface-level traits. It is an invitation to expand our horizons and delve into the deeper aspects of our existence. As we begin to recognize how Gemini influences our approach to change, relationships, and self-expression, it's important to understand the role of mindfulness in the transformation process. Mindfulness, in its essence, is the practice of being fully present, aware, and engaged in the moment. For many, the notion of mindfulness may seem like a simple, yet profound practice. However, when it comes to Gemini's energy, mindfulness becomes not just a practice, but a pathway to a deeper understanding of self and the universe. The wisdom of Gemini lies in its ability to keep us anchored in the present while also embracing the vast, limitless possibilities that lie ahead. Gemini teaches us that the future is not something to fear but something to be curious about. By staying present and engaged with the moment, we allow ourselves to experience life in its fullest form. As we learn to quiet the noise around us, we come to realize that peace and clarity emerge when we allow ourselves to simply be. This deep connection to the present moment gives us the space to listen to our hearts, trust our intuition, and embrace life as it unfolds. It teaches us that growth doesn't always come from pushing forward. Sometimes, it comes from simply being still and allowing ourselves to receive. At the core of mindfulness, there's an understanding that everything is interconnected. This idea is particularly resonant with Gemini's dual nature, which connects opposites and encourages us to see both sides of every situation. When we practice mindfulness, we learn how to embrace duality and find harmony within contradictions. This doesn't mean simply accepting things as they are, but rather understanding the deeper layers of reality. Gemini's energy teaches us that the world is not black and white. It's filled with nuance, complexity, and beauty. Through mindfulness, we begin to see that each moment, each experience, and each relationship is a reflection of the larger patterns that exist within and around us. While mindfulness allows us to stay grounded, it also offers us the freedom to explore the depths of our emotions. Gemini's ability to adapt and transform gives us the permission to express the full range of our feelings. In a world where we often feel pressure to keep our emotions in check, Gemini reminds us that it's okay to feel, to change, and to embrace the ebb and flow of our emotional landscape. Our emotions, when honored and expressed, become powerful guides in our journey towards spiritual growth. They are not to be feared, but welcomed as messengers that help us understand our inner needs and desires. By embracing our emotions with love and understanding, we open the door to deeper self-awareness and personal transformation. Through mindfulness, we also come to understand the importance of self-compassion. Gemini encourages us to view ourselves with the same curiosity and understanding that we offer others. Self-compassion is not about indulging ourselves or avoiding discomfort. Rather, it's about recognizing our inherent worth and treating ourselves with kindness, especially when we make mistakes. Gemini's wisdom teaches us that self-compassion is a key component of personal growth and spiritual evolution. By accepting our flaws and imperfections, we create space for healing and transformation. This sense of self-love empowers us to move through life with greater ease, confidence, and grace. Mindfulness is also a practice that helps us align with the flow of life. Just as Gemini is an adaptable sign, mindfulness invites us to go with the flow, to trust that things will unfold as they are meant to. It's not about controlling outcomes, but rather, trusting that each step we take is part of a larger, divine plan. This deep trust in the universe allows us to experience life with a sense of ease and peace, knowing that we are always being guided toward what is best for us. It also helps us to see that every experience, every challenge, and every relationship is an opportunity for growth. Through mindfulness, we come to realize that life is not something to be conquered but something to be experienced fully and with gratitude. As we explore the many dimensions of Gemini's energy, it becomes clear that communication plays a central role in personal transformation. Communication is not just about sharing information, it's about sharing our truth, expressing our authentic selves, and fostering meaningful connections with others. In this sense, communication is a tool of self-discovery and spiritual growth. The more we communicate authentically, the more we come to understand our own needs, desires, and boundaries. We learn to navigate the complexities of our inner world and translate those insights into meaningful connections with others. Gemini's gift of communication is rooted in its intellectual curiosity. And this curiosity extends beyond just sharing ideas. It's about being deeply present in conversations, listening with empathy, and seeking to understand the perspectives of others. Communication becomes a two-way exchange, where both parties are equally valued and heard. In this way, communication becomes an act of love. When we communicate with empathy, kindness, and openness, we create space for deeper understanding and connection. This is where the transformative power of Gemini's energy lies, in its ability to foster communication that builds bridges rather than walls, that heals rather than divides. In the realm of self-expression, Gemini also encourages us to be bold and unapologetic in sharing who we are. There is a certain freedom that comes from speaking your truth and expressing your authentic self. For many of us, the fear of judgment or rejection can hold us back from fully expressing ourselves. Gemini teaches us that self-expression is not something to be feared but something to be celebrated. When we speak from a place of authenticity, we not only empower ourselves but also inspire others to do the same. It is through this authentic self-expression that we come to understand who we truly are and what we truly desire in life. As we continue our exploration of Gemini's spiritual wisdom, it's important to recognize the power of adaptability. One of the most remarkable qualities of Gemini is its ability to shift, adapt, and transform in response to changing circumstances. This quality is a direct reflection of the mutable air element that governs Gemini, allowing those born under this sign to remain flexible in both their thoughts and actions. In many ways, this adaptability mirrors the flow of life itself, always in motion, always changing. The more we learn to adapt to the shifts and changes that come our way, the more we align with the natural rhythms of the universe. Adaptability is an essential skill in today's fast-paced world, where change is constant and often unpredictable. The ability to adapt allows us to navigate challenges with resilience and grace. It frees us from the rigidity of fixed expectations and opens us to new possibilities. By embracing adaptability, we learn to trust that everything happens for a reason, even if we can't always see the bigger picture. It helps us cultivate patience and faith in the process of life. Adaptability also helps us cultivate emotional resilience, as it teaches us how to bounce back from setbacks and learn from our experiences. Gemini's adaptability also invites us to embrace uncertainty. In a world that often seeks certainty and control, Gemini reminds us that not everything can be predicted or planned. Sometimes, the most beautiful things in life unfold when we let go of the need for certainty and allow life to surprise us. Adaptability teaches us to surrender to the unknown and trust that the universe has a plan for us, even if we can't always see it in the moment. Through this process, we learn to trust ourselves and the divine flow of life. Furthermore, adaptability encourages us to let go of rigid beliefs and perspectives that no longer serve us. Gemini's wisdom lies in its ability to shift between different ideas and viewpoints, always seeking new knowledge and understanding. This intellectual flexibility helps us break free from limiting beliefs and open ourselves to new ways of thinking and being. By embracing adaptability, we give ourselves the freedom to evolve, grow, and expand into the fullest version of ourselves. Ultimately, adaptability is about embracing change with love, openness, and trust. It teaches us that we don't have to have everything figured out in order to move forward. By staying flexible and open to the unknown, we allow ourselves to grow in ways that we never thought possible. Gemini's energy reminds us that life is not a destination but a journey, one that is filled with endless opportunities for growth, self-discovery, and transformation. As we continue to delve into the spiritual wisdom of Gemini, it becomes increasingly clear that this sign offers profound insights into how we can navigate life with love, curiosity, and adaptability. Each of these qualities, mindfulness, communication, self-expression, and adaptability, serve as powerful tools for personal and spiritual growth. When we embrace Gemini's energy, we not only transform ourselves but also the world around us. The more we align with the wisdom of this sign, the more we unlock our true potential and connect with the deep, transformative power of love. As we delve deeper into the spiritual wisdom that Gemini imparts, it becomes more and more evident that this sign carries with it a profound understanding of how we can live more harmoniously with ourselves and with others. One of the most transformative aspects of Gemini's energy is its emphasis on connection, both with others and with ourselves. This sign reminds us that life is not a solitary journey. It's a path we walk with others, and the relationships we cultivate along the way play a pivotal role in our growth. However, to truly connect with others, we must first connect with ourselves. The dual nature of Gemini, its ability to embody seemingly opposing forces, serves as an invitation to explore both the light and shadow within us. In understanding and accepting all parts of ourselves, we gain the ability to connect with others on a deeper level. When we embrace our own contradictions and complexities, we are more likely to accept and embrace those of others. This act of acceptance is at the heart of true connection, and Gemini's energy teaches us that only through authentic self-awareness can we build meaningful relationships. When we stop hiding our true selves and allow our vulnerability to shine, we create a space where real connection can thrive. This idea of authentic connection extends beyond just personal relationships. It influences how we engage with the world at large. Gemini's energy encourages us to be open and adaptable in our communication, fostering a sense of belonging and unity with others. Through empathy and active listening, we begin to understand not just the words people speak, but the emotions and thoughts that lie beneath. This deeper connection helps us build stronger, more loving relationships, not only with those close to us but with the greater world as well. It reminds us that communication is not just an exchange of words, it is a means of bridging gaps and creating bonds that transcend superficial differences. Gemini's duality also offers a key lesson in self-discovery and growth. The sign encourages us to explore different aspects of ourselves without judgment, pushing us to step out of our comfort zones and expand our understanding of who we truly are. In a world where many of us feel pressured to fit into a specific mold, Gemini's energy asks us to break free from societal expectations and embrace our full range of experiences. This invitation to self-exploration is one of Gemini's greatest gifts. It pushes us to discover new facets of ourselves that may have been hidden or suppressed. By doing so, we begin to understand that personal growth is not a linear process. It is a journey of exploration, experimentation, and continual evolution. When we allow ourselves to explore different dimensions of our being, we create opportunities for healing and transformation. Gemini encourages us to see the value in our past experiences, no matter how contradictory or chaotic they may seem. Every part of us, every phase we've gone through, contributes to the person we are today. As we learn to appreciate and integrate these different aspects of ourselves, we not only enhance our understanding of who we are but also expand our capacity for love and compassion. The role of playfulness and joy is another key teaching of Gemini's energy, and it is here that we find another important pathway to transformation. In a world that often prioritizes seriousness, hard work, and responsibility, Gemini calls us to rediscover the magic of spontaneity and play. It's easy to become bogged down by the demands of daily life, but Gemini's lighthearted energy encourages us to take a step back, laugh, and enjoy the simple pleasures of being alive. This playful spirit allows us to tap into our creative potential, encouraging us to think outside the box and find joy in the present moment. This sense of playfulness doesn't only serve as a way to de-stress, it is deeply connected to the creative process. When we allow ourselves to play, we free up space for inspiration and innovation. In this way, playfulness becomes a spiritual practice, one that opens our hearts and minds to new possibilities. It helps us shed the weight of stress, anxiety, and worry, reminding us that life is not just about achieving goals, it's about experiencing joy along the way. By embracing playfulness, we open ourselves up to the limitless potential for creativity, growth, and transformation that exists within us. As we continue to connect with the joyful energy of Gemini, we also begin to see how communication and self-expression are interconnected. Gemini's gift for expression extends beyond mere words, it encompasses all forms of communication. From body language to written expression to the ways in which we express our creativity. Self-expression, in all its forms, is a crucial component of personal growth, and Gemini encourages us to communicate our truths freely and authentically. Whether through art, music, writing, or conversation, the act of self-expression allows us to share our unique perspective with the world, which, in turn, enriches our connection with others. By embracing our unique voice and speaking our truth, we not only empower ourselves but also give others permission to do the same. Gemini teaches us that there is power in sharing our experiences, our feelings, and our ideas. It is through this open exchange of energy that we can create more meaningful connections and heal the divisions between us. Self-expression allows us to break free from the limitations that hold us back. And when we communicate from a place of authenticity, we invite love, understanding, and healing into our lives. As we explore the transformative power of change, we begin to understand that growth is often not linear, it is a series of ebbs and flows, twists and turns. Gemini's mutable nature reminds us that nothing is permanent, and this fluidity is essential to our spiritual journey. Change is not something to be feared, it is a natural part of life's rhythm. Gemini teaches us that we must learn to flow with the changes that come our way, whether they are external or internal. By embracing change, we unlock the freedom to evolve, grow, and adapt to new circumstances with ease. Change is also an invitation to release old patterns and limiting beliefs. As we step into new phases of our lives, we are presented with opportunities to let go of what no longer serves us. Gemini's energy encourages us to embrace this process of shedding the old and making space for the new. It teaches us that in order to fully experience personal growth, we must be willing to embrace uncertainty and let go of rigid expectations. Through this process, we begin to align more closely with our true selves and open up to the infinite possibilities that life has to offer. In embracing the unknown, Gemini invites us to let go of the need for control. In a world where certainty is often valued above all else, Gemini encourages us to trust the flow of life and surrender to the unfolding process. This sense of trust brings with it a deep sense of peace, knowing that everything happens for a reason, even when we can't see the bigger picture. By embracing the unknown, we free ourselves from the burden of trying to control every aspect of our lives and open ourselves up to new experiences and insights that we might otherwise miss. As we approach the end of our exploration of Gemini's wisdom, it's clear that this sign offers us a wealth of tools for personal and spiritual transformation. The power of self-expression, mindfulness, adaptability, and embracing change are all gifts that allow us to deepen our understanding of ourselves and our connection to the world around us. Through Gemini's teachings, we learn how to live more fully, authentically, and joyfully. If you've enjoyed learning about the spiritual wisdom of Gemini and how it can transform your life, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button and like this video if you found these insights helpful. Please share this video with someone who might benefit from these transformative teachings. And as always, remember, life is a journey, and by embracing Gemini's energy, we can navigate it with love, curiosity, and joy. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.